Okay, hi everybody. Welcome to another Facebook Live of mine with the second episode of the new series, Dropshipping Made Simple. So, like I said, we had some new series and I'm launching 4 new episodes throughout the week. And one of the series, which is Dropshipping Made Simple, that I'm doing right now, will have 2 episodes every week. And today is episode 2. And we're gonna start where we left off. Last episode, yesterday, we basically go over the whole cycle of dropshipping, how it usually goes for 99% of the dropshippers out there, and how it should work. But today, I want to continue and expand on that, and tell you exactly the order of things, how you should prepare yourself to be a real dropshipper. What are the things that you need to do first? And what are the things that you need to do after them? So basically a step-by-step guide. And today I want to really explain to you the first major step in your dropshipping adventure if you decide to start with dropshipping. And a quick disclaimer, pretty much a lot of people are saying you can start out by creating your stores, your websites, or you could start out making your brands and logos and maybe some designing, or start out with finding a niche, or starting out with a general store and stuff like that. All of that is fine and it can work. But what I think is the best way to do things is a really logical step-by-step way of progressing through your dropshipping journey. So the first and major step, what I think is the most important one for you to take right now if you haven't started with dropshipping, is finding products. And I know what you might think. So I don't even have a store. I don't know what I'm going to sell. I don't know if I'm going to go niche or if I'm going to go general, and I don't even have anything set up yet. Why do I need to search for products? Because when you start with searching products first, you can establish already a few things. By finding products first, you can think whether you want to go into a particular niche that some of the products that you found may fall into. Or if you find a lot of different products with a lot of different niches and interests, you can start thinking, okay, I want to try them all out, see which one is going to sell for me, which one is going to work for me. So I'm going to start out with a general store. And when you are trying to search for products, that's the major big thing here, because without products, you cannot make any sales. Just like you cannot make any sales without a platform to sell on, without a store. But the big difference here is you can create a store from pretty much anywhere. You can use different sites like Shopify, Wix, use WooCommerce to create your own dropshipping site. You can even go to Amazon or eBay and become an Amazon or eBay seller. So it's really easy to actually set up a store. Well, it's harder to decide on which products you want to actually start selling and see which one works. And when you have those products, you can actually design your stores to fit those products. Like I said, if you have a lot of products that fit into a certain niche, you can start creating your store to be to fit that niche and appeal to that particular audience. Well, if you find a lot of other products as well with a lot of other different audiences that may be attracted to it, you can start out with a general store. So finding products makes it a lot easier, because this is probably the hardest part when you are starting out with dropshipping. Which products can I start selling? And when you have found those products, one thing is for certain: you're never guaranteed if one of those products is going to work. Because first things first, there are hundreds of thousands of products out there that you can find on Alibaba, on AliExpress, maybe even from other big supplier retailer sites that are similar to them. And you can try and sell them all, but you're never guaranteed that one of them will catch on and will be your big winner that will give you 5 or 6 figures from just that one product. So finding products is pretty much the hardest part here, because one thing that you need to do when you have those products is test them out. And when you haven't got the time or spend like a few months designing your store with WooCommerce, or are pretty much thinking for weeks on which theme you want to use on your Shopify store, you aren't really working efficiently, because the themes, the designs, and stuff like that for your site is important. It is really important, because an aesthetically pleasing site may attract a lot more customers. It can help you bring out your brand to your audience. Maybe you want to start a new brand of maybe jewelry products. And for example, the theme you choose, the one that you start using on your Shopify store, may be one that people can easily recognize. So they already see the theme and they know they're on your side. So designing your store and designing your web pages and stuff like that can be really, really important. But the most important thing is, of course, your products, because that's the ultimate goal for your customers. They are coming to your site to actually buy that particular product. And if this product is a really good quality product, or if you have a lot of cute or cool or popular new products out there, then a lot of more people will come to your site. They will probably buy a lot more from you when you and inversely, if you spend a lot of time designing your store and you only have like 2 or 3 products on your site, a lot of the time maybe you will make a sale for just one product, and then your average customer value will probably be really, really small. Maybe you will try to do other things like sell jewelry as a high ticket product, like for a couple $100 they can get a gold chain necklace, for example. But that's besides the point. And if you want to get started in that, chances are that you need a bit more capital to gather more people onto your site and stuff like that. So there's a lot of little intricacies when you want to start out with different types of things with dropshipping. So one thing I recommend, be it high ticket products or low ticket products, or particular niche or general, start with finding products to sell instead of spending a few months designing your store, or spending a few months researching things. Maybe you do not understand a particular niche that you find some products for on Alibaba, but at the same time you do have your own interests. So this is something that a lot of people may be familiar with in terms of, when I want to start with e-commerce, what do I need to do? How do I design my store? How do I find my products? Is one thing a lot of people are saying and did say in the past and still are doing now, is start with something. You're passionate about. So this is particularly important when you really don't have a clue on any of the products that you can find online to sell through AliExpress or Alibaba. Because when you don't know anything about those products or the audience, you will have a hard time creating your product pages or your marketing, and you don't know which audience to target. So this is something that's a really helpful tip for the people that really don't know anything about their products. Because when you do know a little bit about your products, chances are you can create a beautiful product page and know the marketing, know the audience, the interest that you can target you through Facebook ads with the products that you're passionate about. You know exactly the group of people who want to buy this product, what problems it solves, or why it's so popular. So this is a great tip for the people who want to get started, but they don't know if they need to go general or niche or whatever products they want to sell. Because once you have a idea of what niche you want to go into, then finding those products becomes a lot easier. So like I said, I'm not saying that one or the other is the better way, but I think finding products is just a more logical step compared to first deciding if you want to go general or niche. But for some people it may be different. For some, it may be easier to decide which niche they want to go into and then find the products. So once you have done the first step here of finding your products and deciding if you want to go general or niche, one of the big pluses on the way that I am explaining things on how to do things by order is when you start finding products, you aren't limited to a particular niche. So the big advantage here is that you can always go general with your products, with your stores, because you can then test out all kinds of different products that you find online on AliExpress or Alibaba or Amazon or Ecomhunt, and then start testing them out and see if they're going to sell. So once you have found out what you want to go, general or niche, and with your products, you can start out testing your products through paid advertising. And paid advertising is the simplest way of doing things because it is quick, it's easy, and it gets you quick results. Results, I mean, not actually sales, but it gets you data to see if this product is a potential winner. So one last thing here on today's live is that you need to understand, because your products are never guaranteed to work, you need to test them first. And through paid advertisements, it's really easy to gather some data to reach out to people because you're paying for that. You're paying for the spot on someone's timeline to get your message across, to get your advertisements across, and to let them know about your new product that you're launching. And once you have done that, you can start gathering data, and you don't have to spend like $100 on your marketing at once. You can already start at a low budget of $5 on your Facebook ads. And that's the amazing thing about Facebook. You can set your budget on however you what amount you want to start out with. Like you can even start out at a $1 daily budget on Facebook ads. You can start out with $100 on Facebook ads, but at the same time, it all depends on how much you are willing to spend on your ads to reach a certain amount of people and gather some data. So once you have tested out your products, you will then have a sense on if this product is a potential winner. There are certain statistics on the Facebook ads page where you can look at some of the numbers that your ads have gathered, like the cost per result, cost per link click, the amount of reach that the ad has done, the amount spent, how many people have watched the video for longer than 3 seconds, stuff like that. All those stats could be really important for you, depending on what type of ad you are launching. And for our test, we like to do it with video views because that's really, really cheap to gather some quick data, and then a lot more than some other ads could gather. For example, if you are launching a new ad, and a lot of the time people with stores launch conversion ads. That's because their purpose are basically to gather sales. Conversion ads are most of the time used to gather people to your store to actually buy your product, so to gather sales. But with video views ads, the thing is you gather people onto your ads that would be likely to watch the video, click on the link, gather more traffic to your ads. So the thing is, it's a lot cheaper to test out things with video views because it doesn't cost you as much as gathering people to actually buy your product. So that's why we use video views ads on the first testing period for our products, for the new products that we're launching, because we can then gather more data for less amount spent. And with those statistics, the data that we've gathered through the video views ads, we can determine through a certain criteria if this product is a potential winner. And if it is passing the criteria that we set up for the video views ads, then we move on to the actual conversion ads and start by looking at those ads and see if the product is actually selling to the particular audience that we're targeting. But this is it for today. We're talking about the order of things that you need to do when you want to start with dropshipping. Find your products first, but if you have a hard time finding those products, maybe decide first which niche you want to go into, or if you just want to say, whatever, okay, I'm gonna go general, I'm gonna take like this product and see which one is going to work well. Maybe one way or the other could be better for you, depending on your situation, or depending on how hard it is for you to find those products. But one of the two ways, finding products is the most important first step, I think, and then start looking at creating a store, thinking about your brand, thinking about your theme, and then start looking at your ads, your marketing, and which audiences you want to target. And then you can start gathering sales. Because those three components are the things that you need: your products, your store, and your marketing. With those three, you can start making sales. But the order of those three things is also really important, because finding your products first can open up a lot more potential options for you, while thinking about general or niche can limit your options, as well as depending on your situation and depending on how hard it is for you to find products or choose which one you want to use, it can also open a lot of options for you. But don't start with thinking about the marketing or spending maybe a few months creating your stores, because that isn't really efficiently for you, especially when you're first starting out. So guys, if you want to watch more of these Facebook Live videos and you are too late for the actual live, you can always go into the description here, the post description, click on the link to my YouTube channel, like, subscribe and everything. We upload these videos onto the YouTube channel as well as a new video every Friday. If you want to watch more of these Facebook Lives, watch out for the days on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday, because we launch 4 episodes for my new series every week. For pretty much one for every series, except for this one. This one will have 2 every week on the Tuesday and Wednesday. And if you want to know more about dropshipping or how we do things, you can also go click on the link in the post description here for personal mentorship. Watch the 12-minute short video with the steps that my marketing coach Roland has explained to you, the exact 3 steps on how we do things with our funnels and our subscription method with dropshipping. And you can fill in an application form, schedule a call with us, and we'll see how we can help you. Okay, this was it for today's Facebook Live, and I'll see you guys tomorrow on a new series, because tomorrow won't be Dropshipping Made Simple, or it won't be Goldman's Gold Mine. It will be a completely new one, and it will be fresh. I promise. Thank you guys for listening, and I'll see you guys tomorrow on the next live.